baby, baby, ooh, like baby, 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 baby. Such a noise. Child, I can't sing to save my life. I can't sing to save my life. Microphone check 1 2 1 2. So what you gonna do? Oh man, I'm gonna take this medicine and go to bed. Turn it down, Alila. Are you ready? Who's? Oh, look at y'all up in here. I ain't even see y'all. What I do? Zeta Zamora. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-da. What up, House of G's? Hey, Shauna. What up, Cool Gamer? Hey, Laura. Hey, Angela. Yes, I am Miss Mary. I am up, and I was debating like, am I woke enough to go live real quick to say hey? What's up, Karen? Did she say I'm late? Did you say I'm late, Karen? I'm late. I definitely am. Hey, Tracy. I was supposed to go live for y'all earlier. I was supposed to come on like around 7, but y'all know, even though I don't celebrate Christmas, the kids is home. There's a lot going on just in general, so it's hectic over here now. And I just 7 o'clock just never happened. But I wanted to come on and say, hey, what y'all got going on this evening? What's up, Rihanna? Is it Rihanna? Hey, Shane. What's up, Nina Beana? Hey, Alexis Boo. Hey, Janky. This is Lisa. Okay. Hey, Boo. Hey, Destiny. What's up, Rihanna? Um, you're yeah. What's up, Cupcake? I need to get in your inbox because I heard something, and I don't know if I missed it in a conversation somewhere, but somebody said something today and reminded me or filled me in about a thing. So I need to slide in your inbox real quick to see if it's something. You know what I'm saying? I'm in inbox you though. What's up, Melissa? Hey, Miss Antoinette. What you doing up, Miss Antoinette? Hey, Miss Antoinette, love. What are you doing up? Y'all hit that share button for me real quick. I was thinking about y'all want to do a recap? A recap. Hold on. If we can get enough people in here, I'll do a recap. If not, we'll just chit chat. Just shoot the, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Let me send my text alert out real quick. Let me send my text alert out real quick. What up, Nate Boo? What up? Let me send my text alert out real quick. I'm gonna do it quietly though. I'm gonna put the little hush hush baby voice on. You know what I'm saying? You never tagged Andylicious in the comments on your post. You were supposed to do it last night, but unfortunately, a lot was going on the panel, so you must have forgot some boo. But it's okay. Oh, you know what? I did. My bad, Destiny. I'm about to go share it for you right now. I'm about to go share his page for you right now. I'm about to go share it. My bad, love. I definitely forgot. I'm about to go share it for you. Hold on. Please hold. Please hold. I know you're there. Mm-mm. Yeah, Andy is on his way to Colorado. I just shared his page to my page, Destiny. My apologies. I definitely forgot. Nope, Miss Karen, I don't do anything for Christmas. I normally avoid and hide from my family because they still be trying to convince me to come over. But honestly, for me, now I start yawning. I yawn all day. I get on here with y'all and now I'm yawning. I normally avoid my family because they still be trying to get me to come over, but honestly, it's disrespectful. Because for years I've been Muslim, I think since 2011, 2012, something like that, and I'm like super serious about the holidays, especially ones that are surrounded by religion practices. And I'm like, I don't know why I have to go through this with y'all every year. I have to go through this with y'all not respecting boundaries. I will have family members that still will purchase gifts and then be mad at me because we don't go get the gifts. I'm like, I've been telling you since 20 what? Like I've been Muslim for well over a decade now and I keep telling y'all don't buy gifts and y'all continue to buy gifts. So why are you upset at me for not coming to get the gifts that I told you not to buy? Like, can y'all make that make sense? Hey, Catherine. Hey, Miss Lawanda. What up, Mel? Yeah, I know, Destiny. I remember now. I just shared it. My New Year's resolution is to be nice to you. Oh, Miss Carrie, you want to be nice to me? Well, I hope that you can succeed. That'll be beautiful. Can I ask you a question, Miss Karen? And can you be like fully transparent with me? Is there a reason why you chose to be mean to me? Like, is it a reason? Like, legit a question. You also could come up if you feel comfortable enough with coming onto the panel. You don't have to show your face. You could come up and have a conversation. I welcome anybody. If anybody is in the comments that choose to dislike me or show me be mean to me, I want to talk to y'all. I want to understand the why. Like, seriously, I want to understand the why. Tanya, Tonya, if you over here, definitely, because I know you get to on panels. I'll be seeing you on the other people panels. So y'all are more than welcome to come up if you want to have an adult conversation, a mature conversation. I don't mean screaming matches. I mean, like, you're going to be able to come up here, articulate yourself. Don't use a bunch of vulgar language. Come up here and come talk to me. Like, I'm just curious. Not for me to change your mind about anything. I just really would like to have a conversation with y'all to find out the why. What up? I love me life. What up? FB streets are full of bullies. Hey Tabitha. Hey girl. Yes, he is Tracy. He is absolutely Muslim. I wouldn't be married to him if he wasn't. Honestly, he was the one that actually introduced me to Islam when I was younger. Because me and my husband, we are actually a rekindled love. Maybe I could tell y'all that story. Y'all want to hear the story of me and my husband? For those who haven't heard it, I'll tell y'all that story tonight if y'all want to hear it. Y'all want to hear it? If y'all want to hear it in the comments, say rekindle. Put rekindle love story, and I'll give y'all a little story time. What's up, Kelly? Where did you tag the page at, Summer? I shared it to my page. You don't see it on my timeline on Summer's Room, Destiny? It should be right above my live. With me being in the hospital off and on the last 2 months, my poor kids don't have anything. Oh, shoot. Excuse me. Nicole, are you Nikki? Are you my girl Nikki with the two C's? Because I thought you were messy. Oh, what made you think I was messy? I don't have no topic. I just popped on to say hey. I might do a little recappy cap. I just opened it up for people that want to come onto the panel. If you want to come up to come talk to me, feel free. You could be a supporter or a non-supporter, so long as you want to come up and behave yourself. Hey, you know, you know. I don't know why StreamYard is playing in my face. Rekindle, rekindle, rekindle. StreamYard is playing in my face, y'all. My bad. That's awesome. Yes, rekindle. Okay, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Give me 1 second. Um, still here. I need to see your full name. I'm trying to see your full name so I can try to tag you in the post. Destiny Harkless. Okay, I'm about to tag you, Destiny. If I can't tag you, then maybe he blocked you. Destiny, hold on. Tag you in the post. Hopefully you see the tag. Hopefully you see the tag. I have had Karen blocked since an Angel's Journey. She was always starting ish. Dang, since the Angel's Journey. I wonder how she's doing. I enjoyed a live today on Rachel Davis' page. I was over there for her live earlier, Robin. I was over there for a little bit. I had came over there and shared her out and tagged a few people, and I did listen for a bit. I know she was talking about some of the stuff she had been through in her life. Super sad stuff, man. What I pray for Miss Rachel Davis is that she is able to accept what her life now is, meaning like after her accident and her trials and tribulations with cancer, and that she will allow herself to build a new life, to let go of the old life that she can no longer have, and look forward to and be happy and love the new life that she's going to build with her and her family, and to stop dwelling on those things. I know it's easier said than done, especially when you're not in the shoes of that person. Um, but I would love that for her. All right, so as far as me and my current husband, so my husband was my first love. He was my first everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. So we met when I was a little girl, I was always like the goody two shoes. I didn't get in trouble. I got good grades in school. I was where I was supposed to be. I remember I used to build like these little forts in front of my house. And although it was six of us, sometimes I would feel like the only child. Sometimes my sisters would be jealous of me. For whatever reason, I don't know. I just mind my own business. I remember being a kid and my mom when VHS was out. Y'all remember VHS? Y'all remember VHS? Sometimes you put little jabs into the stories. Like today when you were on May's Live, you were talking about her and then you said something about, oh, with the flakes in your hair. That wasn't a jab though. That was me being honest. I'm sorry, y'all. That was me being honest about what people enjoy or do, like the evil stuff people actually enjoy, like to do, to talk about her. Those are legitimate things people say about May. It wasn't a jab. It was just me saying why it doesn't matter that the clip could be non-interesting. It could have nothing of importance to it, nothing of substance, nothing like to relay. But simply because she's in it, people are going to watch it and they are going to pick it apart and belittle her. That's just a fact. It wasn't a jab. That was a fact, Karen. Like it was. Hey Jack. Um, I have no clue, Robin. I'll say Summer is definitely someone that I'm so happy came into my life. I'm happy you came into my life too. What's up, Nisi Marie? Now, the only way I knew you were live is because I was finding cartoons on YouTube for my kids and you popped up on my TV. Are you signed up for my text alerts, Nisi? Because I sent out text alerts. I sent out text alerts. I forget the name that said it, Karen. So, back to the story. So, I remember when I was a kid, just giving y'all some background, like I was always just minding my business and staying out the way. I didn't get in trouble and stuff. I remember my mom had bought me this VHS tape. Y'all remember them Jones? The big old black tape. You slide it into the VCR, hit the play, you can hear it go for rewind, for fast forward. And I had this tape, and it was titled "Jesus Has Risen." All right, ironic. I'm Muslim now, right? It was titled Jesus Has Risen, and it was a cartoon about Jesus's journey. And I would sit and I would watch that VHS tape over and over and over. It was my favorite VHS tape to watch. My favorite. I enjoyed it so much for whatever reason. I don't know. Um, and so just to give y'all some history, just trying to give y'all understand, like I was a goody two shoes. Like I didn't get too much. I played with dolls, like baby dolls, until I was like 13. But not in like a ooh, the baby is here, Google Gaga. I used to do their hair. Like I used to take the baby dolls that had hair, and I would put finger waves in their hair. I would get the two rat tail combs, get me my eco style gel, and my baby dolls would be walking around laid and slayed with some finger waves, okay? Because I used to think I wanted to do hair when I was younger. I actually went to in high school, I was taking up my trade in school. I took up was cosmetology, actually. A little bit about me. Yeah. Went to school for cosmetology, did the whole roller sets and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? Get the hours, get your license, da da da. Da. But I realized I don't want to do this. Ain't what I want to do. So, um, fast forward. So I end up, it was my friend Delisa, they moved into the city. They moved from out of the county. They moved into the city. Whatever happened with them, they landed in the city. And I lived in the city, in the hood. Um, in a place in North Philly. Within North Philly is the area called Badlands. That's where I grew up at. If you look up Badlands, you'll see what it's all about. It was predominantly Hispanic and Black people in that area, but we also had some other cultures and ethnicity and things like that mixed up in there. We had Caucasians, we had Japanese, Chinese, Cambodian. We had a mixture of folks. They was like sprinkles in there though, but majority of the people in the area I lived in were Hispanic or African American. So anyway, they moving. I'm 13. I'm out of my business. They wild. These people are wild compared to what I'm accustomed to. What's up, Shannon? Girl, Cosmo here too in my two daughters. Ooh. Um, they was different from what I'm accustomed to. Like my mom and my dad ain't play. Like I had a curfew. It was certain things we couldn't do. And their parents, their household kind of let the kids do what they wanted to do. It was like no real restriction. Like they would have girlfriends living there and their friends in and out. Like it was no restriction. So anyway, me and his cousin was really good friends with the school with each other because we were the same age when they moved in. And then he started coming down. And I remember I was in front of my door. It was a summertime. I had on my cute little white white Daisy Duke shorts with the fringes. And I had on like a fitted, it was like almost like a football style shirt, but fitted for a girl, and my little Nikes. And I was on in the front of my steps, minding my business or whatever, whatever, and she come walking around the corner with this dude, big dude, tall, just big, look like he probably played football or whatever, right? So they come around the corner talking about, do you have any kittens? We had a cat at the time. So they like, did you have any kittens? I'm like, no, we don't have no kittens. And they like, she like, oh, I thought you had kittens or whatever. So I'm looking at her, looking at him like, who is this dude you brought like to my house, right? So they talk for a minute and then they leave. So I'm still like, that was weird because I didn't tell her I had no kittens. No kittens. We did have a cat, but I didn't say we had no kittens. So then I think like a week later, I was at my friend house and he was there again. And then finally she was like, "Oh, that's my cousin or whatever. This is that and the third." I'm like, oh, "Okay, nice to meet you, blase blue zoom." But I ain't do the boys. Like I was a good girl. I ain't really get mixed up with boys or nothing like that. I kind of stayed my distance because I knew for me boys equal trouble. So one day, my friend like, my cousin like you. I'm like, who? So I remember the guy that came around there with the cats. Da, 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 da. He like you, like he think you cute, whatever. He want to talk to you. I'm like, ew, cause hey, what up, Tabitha? I'm like, ew, cause I never had a boyfriend. I wasn't into boys. Like, not that I wasn't into boys, like meaning I didn't that I like girls, but meaning like I wasn't into boys yet. Like I wasn't looking at boys. I wasn't looking to date. Like all the girls in school was into boys and dating and speaking to older guys and all kinds of stuff, and I would be like, mm-mm, no. First of all, my mom and my dad don't play that, and I wasn't in a rush, to be there. I was still a kid minding my business. So he used to come down every weekend. Finally, I give in and we talk. So, and that's when trouble hit because now I'm getting in trouble. He come down instead of me going home in my curfew. I'm coming home late because I want to hang out with them. You know, the whole like, oh, a boy like me, cutesy stuff or whatever like that. So, this was in, I was like 14 at the time, and my husband is only 2 years older than me. So, we talking or whatever, and they lived out in the county, which was like by train like an hour from us. So I remember one time I snuck out to the county. We said we was going to babysit. We was going to babysit some her kids, right? And not telling my mom that that's where the boy is. So we go out there. I get stuck out there. Can't get home. So my mom going off. She finna call the cops because they can't find me. All kinds of crazy stuff. So I finally get home. I get in trouble. I get grounded or whatever. And we continue to talk over the years. My dad could not stand that I was talking to this boy. He hated it so much. He used to threaten him, all kinds of stuff. But then I realized, after having a conversation, like they was like, I forget what they was fussing about. I got caught talking to him on the phone or something like that again, and they thought he was a grown man because he was only 16. He might have been 17 now, 14, 15, 16. He might have been 17 now at the time when this argument pursued like happened. He had a full beard. Like he had a full beard, but they thought he was a grown man. And I was like, "What? No, he only 2 years older than me. He a kid like me. Like I think I was 14, he was 16. They like, no, he not. He a grown man. I'm like, why would I be talking to a grown man? I'm only 14. Like, what are y'all talking about? So they like argue me down. Finally, I think my mom talked to his aunt, and she was like, "Yeah, no, he only a teenager, like in high school. He's not." So this whole time they ranting and going off because first of all they didn't want me talking to no boys, talking about having no boyfriend. But on top of that, they thought he was an adult. So my dad used to be at his head. So he avoided my dad with high all kinds of stuff. Like when he came down, he would make sure he didn't make himself known that he was down there so I could come around the corner and just come hang. I hid inside a barrel at a guy's house. I went out the window when they was asleep. Oh my gosh. How long did it take for your parents to find out he was only a high school kid? Maybe like a year into us talking, like when an argument happened, I'm like, what? Like, no, why do y'all think he a grown man? I was like, I felt disrespected that they thought I was talking to a grown man. You was a baby kid? I wasn't. It wasn't until I met him. Then I started getting in trouble. I started getting in trouble, all kinds of stuff. So we was together and then my mom still wouldn't accept him. My mom still wouldn't accept him. We had a whole child together when I was 19 and my mom still wouldn't accept him. She just didn't like him for whatever reason. We had been together for like from 14 till I was like 25 maybe. We was together for like 10 like between 10 and 12 years our first go round, right? Between 10 and 12 years our first go around, we end up splitting up for whatever our reasons was. We split up or whatever. And I had my little fun for the summer, whatever like that. He was doing his own thing. We hadn't talked after we broke up. Why did we break up? I forget why we broke up. But we broke up. We was together for like almost 12 years. Like, so he was my everything. He was my first love, my first kiss. He went to prom with me, came to my graduation. Like, he seen me grow up. We grew up together, like, and then we split up after being together for so long. And we had broken up for over 10 years. We had not had and mind you, we have a son together, but my son was old enough to communicate with him on his own. So I really didn't give him too much attention at all because it was not a need to. I was the type of person, if we broke up, we broke up. You're not finna play in my face and think you're gonna have this access to me because we exes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about. People break up with they boyfriends or girlfriends or whatever, but y'all still keep that connect. Y'all still kind of dabbling and playing up underneath the sheets. So while you supposed to be single, you ain't really single. Nah, we was over. We was over. Go your way, go my way. You won't hear from me. He probably stole your taco, something petty. Yes, he was my first everything, Karen. When I say everything, I mean everything. So we had split up for 10 years. There was no communication or nothing. And one day I always had a really good relationship with his mom, my mother-in-law. Like even when we split up, I still will call her my mother-in-law. I would talk to her. We would hang out like almost a couple of times a month. Throughout the years we kept our bond. And then one day out the blue, his mom and my sister-in-law called me like on three-way talking to me about him. I'm like, why y'all talking to me about him? I don't even talk to your son. They like, oh, I'm telling you, you know, he misses you. He want to be with you. Like y'all should get back together. I think it's time. And his mom used to try over the years, and I used to be like, no, I'm not interested in your son. Yes, and the car's hitting in the back seat. Ooh, not hitting it in the back seat. They felt disrespected that their baby is talking to a boy. Yeah. Cause I just wasn't that type of kid though, Mel. I legit was still playing with Barbie dolls when I met him. So it was like, what's going up? We don't like this change, this shift. So I'm like, why y'all calling me talking about? I was like, ew, no, like I don't have no rap for him at all. Like I didn't talk to him, communicate with him at all. Only if necessary, like if something medically was happening with our son that I needed to communicate with him. It wasn't no animosity on my part, no anger, no nothing like that. I just felt like if it's not no need for us to be dealing with each other, it's not no need for us to be dealing with each other. Like our son is able to call you when he ready to call you. He could call me, he could call the grandma, he could go there. It was like, come get him, pick him up, drop him off, whatever. So I'm like, I don't even talk to your son at all, like nothing. And then one day, because I bake and I decorate. And one of my mother in law's grandkids got married. And she had me come decorate her house one day because they had like a little family gathering there. I had decorated for her and they came over, whatever. So I end up staying because I'm still a part of the family, although me and him not together, and I had to break down all my stuff. I wasn't coming back twice. So when the party was said and done and I was ready to go, he helped me bring all my stuff out. Now I'm looking at him like, why are you helping me? Because we don't deal with each other. If he would come around, I'm going the other way. Like I just didn't even want to give him the opportunity to say nothing to me. What up, Brent? How you doing, love? I didn't even want to give him the opportunity to say nothing to me, so I would stay out his way. And so he helped me put my stuff up, and then I was ready to go. I said bye to everybody. He like, I'm gonna walk you out. I'm looking like, walk me out? What do you want to walk me out for? Like, I'm like, okay. So then we go outside. He like talking to me. I felt like I was held hostage because I'm not just rude. And the whole time he talking to me, I'm just like, why are you talking to me? Like, what is your motive? Like, what's going on? So we talking, he like reminiscing about old times, catching up on new times, and just da 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 da. And meanwhile, he's had children in between time, like since we've been apart. And one of his children's moms was there. So she come walking outside. She got an attitude. And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself, like, you don't got to have no attitude with me. I'm not checking for your baby daddy, right? No, I don't want your son. He done stole my tacos, and I said no, and he did it anyway, so he can't get me a pack of tacos. Maybe I'll forgive him. How old is your son, if you don't mind me asking? He's 19, married, going on 20. He's a college student. Don't walk me out unless you got a family pack. Oh my gosh. So, I'm looking at him and she got an attitude, and I'm just like, I don't know why you got an attitude. I'm not checking for your baby daddy. I'm not looking for him at all. What's up, Blasted? So, so finally, like an hour later, I'm like, all right, I need to get up out of here. Like, I gotta drive home. I got like a 45-minute drive to go home. And I'm like, I'm out of here. He like, can I have a hug? And I'm like, no, I'm not giving you no hug. Mind you, I'm Muslim. So engaging with men, first of all, for me in general, because I've been Muslim for a minute now, it's just a no. I'm definitely not hugging you. I'm like, I'm not giving you no hug. So he like, why not? You act like we don't got no history, da da da. Da. I said, that's why I'm not give part of the reason why I'm not giving you no hug. I'm not trying to give you no I'm not trying to give you no crazy ideas. So he finally like, come on. I said, I'll give you a hug. But I gave her one of those, friend hugs, one of those grandma hugs. You kind of wrap your arms around the top. What's up, Maya? You kind of wrap your arms around the top, like from the side, though, with distance in between you. He like, really? Like, that's how you gonna hug me? That's not even a real hug. That's not even a real hug. Like, come on, can I get a real hug? So I'm like, So I give him a hug. Then he go, "Oh, can I have a kiss?" I said, "See, you give you an inch and you try to take a yard." So I'm like, "Bye, good night." Gave him the greeting. The greeting is "Assalamu alaikum," mean peace and blessings be upon you or whatever. So I exit left. I go home. I call my girlfriend Sue like, "Yo, let me tell you about yes, a grandma hug." So I called my girlfriend Sue, like, "Yo, let me tell you about my baby daddy." Like, tell you, she like, "Oh, he want that old thing back." Da 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 da. And I'm like, "Ew, no!" Like, we haven't talked in over a decade. Like, where's this coming from? So I'm blown. My mind is blown. When I say we had no communication, like none, only when necessary, it blew my mind. Like, it blew my mind. So the next day I get a call from his mom and I'm telling him, I'm like, she was like, y'all was outside for a long time. I said, I was so uncomfortable and confused at why your son kept talking to me. I'm like, why? And she laughed and she like, I told you he miss you. He still love you. He never. I said, your son don't love me. He can't stand me. And she was like, why you think that? I'm cool. I'm cool off him. Like, I'm just cool. So I went on about my day or whatever, doing what I do. And then I get a text message like out the blue, maybe like 3 months later, or something like that. And it's him. He trying to link up. What up, Niecy baby? He trying to link up and try to have lunch. And I'm like, why are you reaching out to me? I'm like, what is your motive? Like, what's up? He like, I want us to sit down, talk, whatever. He like, I miss you. And I'm like, what? So I leave him on red. I don't give him no play, no nothing. A year later, he reached out to me again. I'm like, why is he on my line? Why are you on my line? So now I'm like, what's up? Like, what's really good? So we end up having a really good conversation. Like, one night we was on the phone like all night, just laughing, joking, giggling, the whole. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, but what is it that you want? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I don't play that whole boyfriend girlfriend. You ain't not finna get no sample of this thing. Like, we don't play that over here. So he would try to link up to have lunch and stuff with me, and I would avoid him purposely because I didn't trust him. First of all, I'm not no fool. I ain't doing nothing out here in these streets. I'm celibate. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you a man I got a history with. We got a whole son out here. So you're not finna get me. Hey, Hannah Banana. I say, he not finna catch me out here slipping, trying to get me to slide. Nope. So I kept avoiding him, and then one day he called me, and at this time now he stopped hitting me up, right? He stopped texting me, and I got used to him contacting me, like chasing me, and so it was like I ain't heard from him. He ain't hit me up. He ain't said that. So now I'm like, what? Now I'm like, why he ain't text me? Although I'm avoiding him. I'm playing in his face. I got an attitude because I ain't heard from you now. So I reached out to him like, "What's up? Like, how you talking about you trying to do this, that, and the third, but you MIA, you a ghost now." He gonna say, "Yeah, he ain't sampling nothing." So whatever happens the first time, cause you not to trust him the second time. I don't understand your question, Miss Mary. Whatever happened the first time. Oh, okay. Possibly. It wasn't even that. It was that where I was in life, Miss Mary, I wasn't doing the boyfriend girlfriend. I wasn't having sex before marriage. I wasn't doing none of that. And I knew where I was in life because I had been celibate for so long and because I had a history with him. I just wasn't going to put myself in a compromising position. What's up, Maybe? So if that makes any sense. So I'm reaching out to him. I got an attitude. He's talking about you the one fleeing me. I keep trying to link up with you. You keep trying to act like you don't got time, making up excuses, canceling plans you said you was going to do. He was like, and I'm not going to finna keep on. You're not going to keep playing in my face, and I'm not going to just keep chasing you or whatever. He like, we've been going at this for the betterment of like almost a year. He like, how many more times am I going to ask you to link and you going to play in my face? So I'm like, damn, you right. I said, I'm gonna be honest with you. I said, I don't understand what your motives is. I said, and I'm not finna I don't know. I said, you could be coming. I said, honestly, I feel like what if you coming in my life thinking you finna get some and then you finna walk away. Like I don't play them type games. Like we get married over here. That's what we do. I said, and if you're not ready for marriage, then you don't need to be talking to me. He like, well, you won't even have lunch with me. We can't even do like have lunch. So after the long conversation with him and us clearing the air or whatever, I decided to have lunch. So we go to lunch. We went to Red Lobster for lunch. I was feeling good that day too. My girlfriend had got me a gift card to I had went and got a full body massage and all that stuff. So I was feeling real good, a facial. And so I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. So I go have lunch or whatever. And we end up sitting in Red Lobster for like 4 hours. We was in Red Lobster taking up that table for like 4 hours, maybe five. And his phone kept ringing though. I was like, your girlfriends and stuff calling. You must need to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you go ahead about your business. He like, I ain't saying I had to go, and this ain't no girlfriends calling me. I said, your phone was still ringing off the hook like it was when we was kids. Red flag, red flag. He was like, you play too much. He like, you know what I do for a living? He was like, this is business. I said, well, why you ain't answering the phone? Why you ain't answering the phone then? Or whatever. So he was like, so we end up leaving, and it ended up being a really good conversation. And it was awkward at first because we hadn't had that type of engagement in a while, but it ended up being really good. And I think we went on our lunch date in like September, and we was married by January. I got my nights and days mixed up again. No, I'm going to bed right after this live. And so after that, we ended up dating, and I was like, we went on that date, and then I was like, I don't play house or none of that kind of stuff. I'm like, if like after, and we went out a few times. He actually made me dinner one time. I made him dinner. I'm like, I'm not finna be coming over your house. You're not finna get me behind closed doors. I know better as a woman. I know better as a woman. You're not finna get me behind these closed doors and had nothing go down. No, 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 no. So I'm like, are you ready for marriage? Like, are you ready to be married? Because if you're not ready, right? I'm like, because if you're not ready to be married, then we need to just stop right here, right now. Like, because I'm not being nobody girlfriend. So he was like, I'm with it. I'm like, you serious? All of a sudden, I said, because I know you out here in these streets. I heard about you. I know about you. I see the stories. Although I ain't out here like I see what you. I said, so you ready to stop playing in these streets and you ready to be tied down? He like, I give it all up. None of that stuff is important to me. He was like, I don't want to say one day. He was like, would it be weird if I tell you like I think I love you, like I'm in love with you? He was like, it's weird. He was like, but I feel like since the first time we had lunch with each other that all the feelings just like came flooding back. It was kind of like they just was stored away, and when we began to engage they just all came like flooding back. He like, you always been the one. He like, you always been the one. Nobody else has ever, feel all the stuff that sound good. And I'm like, whatever. I'm like, if you serious and if you are in conversation with anybody, or if anybody is thinking y'all together, you need to sever those ties. You need to sit down, have conversations with these people. I said, because I'm not finna deal with none of that. And he sat down, he called who he had to call, let people know he was coming off the market, that he was finna be engaged and married soon. And he made moves, and I was like, "Oh, you serious? What's up, Layla? What's up? Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah." So then, we got engaged and we was married. We sat down, had lunch in September, and we was married by January. We actually got married on our old anniversary date from when we were kids. We got married on the exact same date that we got together when we were children. And so that's my love story. And we've been married almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years this January. So yeah, I was like, "Oh, you spun the block and came back and got me." I said, "You was out here with them little Jezebels. None of them can't compare. You was out here trying to fill shoes they couldn't fill." So I throw it in his face a now and then, like, "Oh, look at you." I said, "How does it feel to have your first love back? Like, cause I'm a catch baby." He be like, "Oh, brother, here we go with your big heat." I said, "It's cool. You spun the block, came look for me." I said he had some patience too because he was coming at me. It was cat and mouse for the betterment of maybe like almost 2 years before we actually got anywhere. Hey, sweets. Oh, y'all in here. So yeah, that was our love story. And we've been kicking it a since, That was nice to hear. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. That's so sweet. I'm glad you both are married and happy. Yeah. Yeah, that's my little irk box. I be still, my mind still be blown sometime. Like I would have never imagined that me and him would have gotten back together because I had moved on, let go. It was no emotional attachment there for me. But once we got back together and it was official, like we gonna do this, the emotions came back real quick, real bad. Snatched me right up, Layla. I was like, yes, come snatch me up. Come snatch me up. I married my high school sweetheart. That's beautiful. Snatched me right up. Child. Mm-mm-mm. I couldn't believe myself. I said, I'm Muslim. I done got back with my ex. I said, we on backtrack, but I'm happy he did spin the block. I'm happy he did come back to get me. I'm happy I accepted his invitation finally for lunch, and I'm happy that I married him. So I believe that everything is intended for a reason. And whatever that the reason is, he loves my daughter like his own because I did have a daughter. What did your son think? I skipped that part. So I remember talking to my son, right? And I was like, before I let the cat out the bag that we were talking, I said, how you feel about, I said, what if me and your dad start to talk again? Like, how would you feel about that? How would you feel if me and your dad got married? Because for the longest time, like when my son was younger, he used to want us to get back together all the time. And then when he realized it wasn't happening, he just let it go. But he's older. He was much older at that time. And he was like, I think it would be a really good idea. He was like, I think y'all would complement each other. He was like, he knows a lot of Arabic, um, and different things like book smart as far as the religion go. He was like, and I know you like to read, you like to learn. He was like, so I think that y'all would complement each other. And he was like, I've always wanted y'all to get back together, but when y'all didn't get back together when I was a kid, I just let the idea go. And he was like, I think it would be. He was like, I definitely would be all for that. So I was like, hmm. And so then when we were ready, like we were sure that it was going to be serious, we sat down, let him know we're talking, we're thinking about getting married. We're planning to get married and da 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 da. So my son was all for it. He was all for it. No, he's only my son's dad. I actually was married one time before I married him, and that's where my daughter came in. My first marriage is where my daughter came from. So do you turn him Muslim? Turn who Muslim, Zeta? I might have missed it, but was he Muslim before you married him? Yes, he was Muslim before I married him. He was Muslim for a long time, way before he was Muslim, way before I was Muslim. Papa Sweet said, "Is that Summer's room?" And is hey, Papa Sweets. That's great. It so worked out. Yeah. No, my daughter has a different father, but he loves her just like his own. That's his daughter. He refers to her as his daughter. He cares for her like it's his daughter. So she calls him dad. She used to call him dad. Now she calls him her bonus dad. But I think that has something to do with some people can't stand that heat and whatever. We respect boundaries. Your husband? No, he was Muslim already, Zeta. He was Muslim already. He used to be like before I accepted his invitation for the date, like when he would see me at like his mom's or something, he would pick my daughter up. I'm like, why are you picking my daughter up? And he would be like, see, you were supposed to be my daughter. You know what I'm saying? You was supposed to be my daughter. I was supposed to be your dad. I'm like, don't tell my daughter that. Her dad is her dad. Her dad is exactly who he was supposed to be. You missed out, brother. So, but yeah. So that's the story. And what's crazy though, because I still be thinking about like, wow, we really back together. Like we really back together. That is insane to me. My husband divorced me to run the streets, and 36 years later, neither one of us have remarried or had long-term relationships. Dang, have y'all ever thought about getting back together? Is that something y'all consider, or better yet, did he have any regrets about his choices, Miss Robin? Did he have any regrets about his choices? People be thinking the grass is greener on the other side. When they get up out there, they realize it ain't. They realize it's not. They realize that grass real brown, real brittle, real dry. Real dry. Be salty out on them streets. She said, "Is my days and nights still mixed up?" Hey, Miss T, how you doing? We have a similar story, Summer. I got back together with my first love after 16 years, and we've been married now for 25. That is so beautiful, Miss Antoinette. See, that's why we click. Yeah, he did have regrets. And I'd have been like, oh, look at you now, buddy. Look at you now. You wanted to play in them streets. You wanted to lay with dogs. When you lay with dogs, you get fleas. You see what happens? Now you're solo dolo. I don't want my baby daddies. My husband is the absolute best. They wives can have they cheating. I know that's right, Tabitha. Period. She said I don't want none of my old. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good over here. Period. Period. I've never had an ex, but I've always wanted. Zeta, what? Wait a minute, Zeta. So are you still with your very first love? Help me understand, Zeta. I'm good, just preparing food and cooking for Christmas. What you cooking for Christmas, Miss C? What you? I want some potato salad. I don't even eat the holiday food. Like it's Christmas coming up. I won't even go get food from the house. I won't even sit and eat and break no bread with them at all. I try to avoid it all, but I want some potato salad. And these be the holidays when people make stuff like that. Maybe I should make me some potato salad. Honestly, I probably never get married. I don't care for it. Plus, I have no one to even have a wedding. I will come to your wedding, Layla. Don't block the possibility for love, right? If something comes along and it feels good and it works, embrace it. Embrace it. I'm lost. What's going on? Nothing going on, Miss C. What you mean? What you lost about love? I just told them a story about me and how me and my husband was a rekindled love. Yes, me. I'm going on 38 years. Was pregnant at 17. He was my first. Period. Zeta. You know what's crazy? Because I told my husband. I said whatever he did, it was his fault when he was younger. And I was like, you messed it up because you could have been my one and only everything. Nobody else could have ever touched me. My children would have been by you. I never wanted to have more than one baby daddy. Before I decided to become Muslim, and got married, before that I said, I'm not having no more kids. And if I do decide I want another kid, then I will hit him up and say, let's have a baby together. But I still don't want to be with you. Or whatever. But life, my plan wasn't God's plan, and it was what it was. It's crazy because we are not having normal traditional food. We are having homemade Chinese food. What? That sounds interesting. My mama taught me how to make it. So now, once again, my kids love it and also my husband. So that's what I'm making. But on the side, don't get it twisted. I'm making chitlins, ham, sweet potatoes, coleslaw, potato salad, and so you still having traditional. You just throwing up something different up in here. I want some potato salad though. Now I've been with my man 15 years and he's asked a lot of times, oh, you with somebody and you just say no. Is there a reason why you don't want to get married, Layla? I'm definitely starting to think I won't be loved or married. I'm gonna be an old cat lady. No, you won't. No, you won't, Dora Marie. You will have a love that is real love that you embrace and that makes you feel good and make you feel safe. You gonna have that one day, Dora Marie. I see it for you. I see it for you. Yes, most of my meal will be Chinese, but I'm putting it to the side for my family that feels they got a problem with what we. Well, I mean, I love me some Chinese. I could go for some egg rolls right now. Maybe I make some. I know the market is going to be crazy tomorrow. My arm is still broken. It's still broken. I think I need a sling, but the medicine does make it feel better when I take it. So I'm hoping that I could get back to being able to cook because I haven't been able to cook because it's my dominant arm. You can't stand. It's so crazy that you feel that need to say that you feeling sad, lonely. Oh, ignore them, y'all. Don't get them no energy. I ain't giving them no energy. I ain't giving them no energy at all. I ain't giving them no energy at all. Just ignore them. You got the dorm. It's gonna happen. I know it. You beautiful. You beautiful. You kind. You got it going. You got stuff going for yourself. You gonna get it. You gonna have. You gonna have that. Oh, you wait on it. Say I've been at work so much. What happened to your arm? It's a long story short. Long story short, I had did a recap about it. Was it yesterday, y'all? It's not a really long live. It's about 20 minutes. So if you want to go catch that, you can. But long story short, I thought I was a gangster, and I slid up solo dolo, and I got put on my behind. That was a great story. I'm happy you enjoyed it. Where y'all see May at? Um, my dad made him marry me when he knocked me up. Little did my dad know I loved the F out of him and would have done anything to be with him. Period. Period. So he just helped you out. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful. Awesome. I love you. I love you too, Dawn Marie. And I do. Period. And that's on everything. You heard me? God had a plan to have baby daddies from different area codes. Two of them are from different areas of Puerto Rico. Oh, I want to go. I like Puerto Rico. I like Puerto Rico. I want to go back. Puerto Rico is normally an inexpensive trip if you're trying to go somewhere, but your funds is low, but you want to get out, you want to get on the island, you want to get some Caribbean, some pretty water. Go to Puerto Rico. Go to Puerto Rico. You are beautiful inside and out. The right one is coming. Absolutely, Miss Lawanda. Tell her again. Okay, I hope when I go back and watch, didn't nobody put their hands on you because that's weird as hell. No, it's just a little jokey joke. Go check it out though. It was a funny story. It was a funny story. Like to be completely honest, it's because of my dad. I'm a huge daddy's girl, but my dad is not in the right place to walk me down anything. Oh, he's incapable of doing it, or he can't physically do it. If you don't mind me asking, it was literally a shotgun wedding. Shoot, let me tell y'all, baby, my first wedding was very simple and to the point. But when I got married to this man, and it still was simple, but it was so beautiful. You do not have to spend an arm and a leg to have a beautiful ceremony. I got my wedding dress. He wore his Islamic wear. We color coordinated. We had a decorator. We had a photographer. We have a photo album. We had somebody come there to be our officiant. Sign the marriage certificate. We had our family and friends there. We had about 65 people at the wedding. We rented out a place at a restaurant. It was fully catered. We had music. It was beautiful. I made my own cake because I'm a baker. Um, I had all the people around me that I love. His family, my family, and we had a really, really, really good time. Really good time. It was beautiful. It was amazing. Like I still look at the pictures, looking at my photo albums, and I'm just like, wow. He made it happen. He said, "Get what you want, girl." Period. And I did. I wasn't looking when I found my husband. I wore it off men and he came on. That's how it be. Incapable. That's how it be. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, later. I'm a daddy girl too. Do you ship cakes? No. People have continuously asked me to do so. I haven't attempted it yet. Honestly, I haven't even been baking much at all lately. Um, at all. At all. So I'll put that on pause. I'll put baking on pause for right now. Maybe when the weather breaks, I'll get back into it. But I haven't been doing much of baking. I did say I was going to attempt to ship some stuff to some friends. We'll see if it actually happens. We'll see if it actually happens. But I'm just haven't been in the spirit of baking. I feel like your emotions is uh affects how your food comes out, and so baking I haven't been doing. I just haven't been feeling it. I haven't been feeling it. It's cool life if it's a cool life is life. Yeah, I wasn't looking either. He was very persistent. Hey, Raven Boo, and was he said I want what I want, and I'm coming to get it, and you're gonna give it to me one way or another. I said, "Ow." Hey, Margaret Boo, how you feeling, love? I did a native traditional wedding, but we did everything backwards. Got married at the courthouse, Had a honeymoon, renewed our vows 3 years ago with the wedding I wanted. Sometimes it be like that, Tabitha. Sometimes you can't have the wedding you want right away. But it's okay. You can always backtrack and do that thing. I'm happy you got what you wanted. That's definitely how I am because my parents had a caterer in service and I picked up with it because that's something that we always did together as a family. But lately, I don't feel it. Oh, hopefully that feeling comes back. I had like 6 people at my wedding, but it was beautiful. My mom made sure of that, and it was Catholic. Oh, was your grandmama there, Zeta? Was your grandmama there with her reserved self? Was she at the wedding? How you feeling, Raven? What's up, Zerilyn? Why they come sitting out up until all? I think I seen Zayd up in here earlier in the comments. I think I saw you in here, brother. If you still here, why they come sit down? Why they come to law? What about a I pray that you and your wife are doing well. I'm okay. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I just did a little story time about how me and my husband was a rekindled love. If y'all just getting here and y'all missed it, catch the replay. Hey, Miss V, how you feeling, love? I'm feeling good. No complaints. I'm about to take my behind the bed after I hop off here in a few minutes. I wanted to come on and say hey to everybody since I didn't do my ride along, and I didn't do a recap today, but that just means double the fun. I don't know if I'm gonna do something tomorrow. Y'all probably gonna be pretty busy tomorrow and Sunday. What is it? What is it? Tomorrow and Monday, right? Y'all probably not gonna be on here for no recap. Y'all probably gonna be doing y'all thing with y'all family. I'm glad I did it. Then my dad and mom did the wedding before my dad's Alzheimer's came in hard. That was a blessing. Yes, because life changed so quickly. That's good, Raven. I'm happy to hear that. She sure was with her rosary and scarf around her head. She's such an angel. That is beautiful, Zeta. Laugh a lot, but yes, I was actually finishing up wrapping gifts. Oh my gosh, how many of y'all are wrapping gifts tonight? I'm done with the holidays. Yes, I'm hitting the road for. Where you going, Raven? If you don't mind me asking. I still will get on here if you come up here. I just don't get notifications when you go live. Well, Miss T, if you go to my page, at the top of my page, I have a link pinned to the top of my page. Or you can text Cellies. It's free. CELLIES. You can text that word to 81010 and you will be signed up for text alerts. And every time I go live, I try to make sure I send out an alert. So for those who don't get the Facebook notifications, will get a text message letting you know, hey, I'm live. And I normally will include where I'm live at. So I encourage anyone and everyone who is not yet signed up, sign up today so you don't miss another live. And his dog's barking. Okay, ATL in the building. I appreciate you, Summer. I'll be looking forward to the lives. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I went to the Amish market on 13. I'm eating leftovers. I need to go get me a pretzel from there. You know how they got like the cheesesteak pretzel and all that stuff. I need to go get my husband love those. I need to go get some. Thing I missed it. They probably not gonna be open tomorrow, right, Maya? Are they open tomorrow, Maya? Sign up for the text notification. Period, Miss V. You welcome. I've got to do the stockings and have been cooking all day. What are you cooking, Zara? What you cooking, girl? I'll be around too tomorrow. I have no plans. Okay, Miss Mary. Well, maybe I will. And for those who don't got no plans or might not be spending it with family because they're too far, or maybe you don't have family, you can come spend some time with Summer's room. We'll come on here and chit chat, make it a thing. I took the babies out tonight as one of my gifts. It was so much fun. They said I am the fun auntie. I am Big Kid. My name is Big Kid Auntie. Why do I completely feel like that's absolutely true? They probably had a blast. Had one with the oh my gosh, my husband loved their lemonade, Maya. Thursday to Saturday. I have to remember that. I always forget their schedule. I'm retwisting my locks right now and just got off work. Okay, the fresh retwist. Finna be out here like, what up, though? That's what's up. Well, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I hope that all of you enjoy your time with your families. I hope that is everything that you guys look forward to and more. And I hope that relationships are even mended at this time. Around this times, people come together and your heart sometimes is opened up. So I'm hoping that beefs are able to be squashed, issues are able to be mended, and people can move forward. And that's on this here app and off of it. I ain't rapping ish. I'ma just put it under the tree. It doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Oh, Dawn Marie. I made a blueberry pizza dessert and 3 different kinds of fudge and cookies today. Oh, you was baking, Miss Lawanda. Okay. Hugs for you and your mama. I love you guys. I'm gonna jump up off here. Thank you for tuning in and talking to me tonight. I love you too. And I wish I didn't celebrate Christmas. Oh my gosh, Zeta. Well, you can always choose not to. You can always choose not to. Send me some pictures so I can eat it through the screen. Pavlova, potato salad, have got the lamb marinade in pies, blah, blah, blah. What's Pavlova? Can you inbox me what that is? Good night, everybody. I love y'all. I will see you guys later on, I guess, today. Toodles.